Hey y'all, Stacy here. Thank you so much for joining me for another week of What I've Been Warming. This week is going to cover February 22nd through the 28th. As a quick reminder, I do use mostly 25 watt and up Scentsy warmers as I am a Scentsy consultant. My warmers are typically on for about 15 hours a day, and I am so excited this week because I got through not one, but two bricks. Yay! I love finishing bricks. I would also love it if you would subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so we can stay in touch. Now, these are going to be all of my Scentsy empties today. I will get into my vendor wax empties tomorrow. And let's begin with my first brick. Now, I have finished this entire brick and I love it. I am a little bit sad that it's gone. This is a beautiful fragrance. I only know about this fragrance because Patricia Gates talked about it on her channel. It was a brick that was offered during the Scentsy annual conference long before I was a Scentsy consultant. It's fun because it's a brick that has glitter. It's got an adorable little sunshine on it, and it's a vibrant melon forward fragrance. It does list with apricot, which I do distinctly pick up, melon, and wildflowers. That's a scent family and just a combination of fragrances that I tend to gravitate towards, and it was beautiful open concept melt for me. I really love this. If you like melon scents, it's a good one to try. Now, I do want to show you one thing. You see the sort of juiciness and staining that exists on the Scentsy Is You brick compared to the other brick that I got through, and this is very clearly a much older bar. The big difference between the two, this is a Ghostly Greetings bar that I got in clearance last month, and this is a Scentsy Is You brick that I got in March of 2024. So the condition that the Ghostly Greetings bar came to me in was really, really juicy, and I would not have melted this whole brick this fast were it not for the condition of it. I did not want to chop it. It was very oily and sweaty. The Scentsy Is You brick, I did not see any little droplets on the top of it, but this was just very juicy, and I was very concerned that it wouldn't perform if I didn't go ahead and melt it. And I did not want to put it back in my storage for fear that it might leak. So I just kept it out and I worked through it quickly. The happy news is that this did perform beautifully. I love Ghostly Greetings. It lists with black plum, spiced berry, a dash of bourbon, and I feel like I get a small hint of patchouli in there as well. Now, onto my bars. I did finish another Dutch apple bread. This is a constant. It's requested in bedrooms in my house, and I also frequently rotate it through my kitchen. I feel like this bar's strength is that it's cozy and homey without being so expressly like oatmeal. It definitely has bready notes, but it's just a beautiful, warm apple scent that has the tiniest hint of spice and this doughy effect that I think is beautiful, and I just put it in my bi-monthly club. Now, this is very tart, and I also love this one. It's another bakery scent. I say it every time, and I'm melting through quite a lot of this. It reminds me of a candle that I love to melt and frequently melt called Jelly Donut. I get really great performance out of this, and I feel like I can extend my melting of Jelly Donut when I have this because I only melt my candles about 3 to 4 hours at a time. And when I have this in, I pop it in and I get a nice, beautiful full day of this fragrance. So I'm loving it. With this particular bar, I did melt it once in my kitchen and once in my office. I am going to try and slow my roll so I don't burn myself out on that scent. Another scent that I cannot believe that I am melting this as much as I am. I think this was, if it wasn't in my empties last week, it was in the week before. This is Petals and Peaches, and it's not a fragrance that's in scent families that I usually gravitate towards. Its scent notes are freesia, vanilla, amber, and stone fruit, and it is a perfumey, leaning, fruity floral scent. I do like fruity scents. I do like some florals, but these are not usually my scent notes, and they're definitely not usually like closed concept living melts. But we are loving this in my closed concept living room, and that's where this one was melted. And it's not objectionable to anyone in the family, which for a perfumey scent, that's a compliment, not a diss. Now, Luck of the Rainbow is one that is definitely in my family's wheelhouse for open concept and closed concept living. We love orange scents, we love lemon scents, and this is orange, lemon, and raspberry, I think. It is so beautiful. To me, I stand behind that it smells like it has a creamy note It seems to me like a creamier, more subdued version of Squeeze the Day. We are loving it, but I'm not sure if we love it enough to club it. This orange leaning bar, however, is already in my club. This is orange clove pomander, and to me, the predominant notes of this bar are ginger, clove, and vanilla. It is a spice bar, but it is not intense in any way. It creates a warm, atmospheric environment that is so cozy. The ginger is not sharp. It's just a beautiful vanilla scent to me, and we just smelt it pretty consistently in my open concept, much in the same way we do this next bar. Now, I love orange clove pomander, but there is no way it could unseat my love for autumn hearth. This is a gorgeous atmospheric scent. I do feel like it's slightly more intense, and it also has a more predominant throw. I think both of these fragrances throw well, but autumn hearth just creates such a beautiful, warm, cozy, homey environment with just three simple ingredients: apple, cinnamon, and tonka bean. Like, it's just indescribably good to me. And especially on busy, hard days, I love having it blaring through my open concept or literally every room. I'll just do the whole house in autumn hearth sometimes. Beautiful. Now, this is key lime and grapefruit, and I decided to melt this because if you remember, I think it was last week, maybe the week before, I was cleaning out my unempties and I did like a concert of just 2 cubes of a couple of fruity scents. And this was one of those fruity scents, and I wanted to see if it was lasting as long or as short as I imagined. And I did discover that I do still love this scent quite on its own. It's a beautiful key lime and grapefruit scent, but I still got just right at about 6 hours, which is undeniably not the norm for my Scentsy bars. Most of my Scentsy bars I typically get 1 to 2 days out of, which is right around 30 hours, like 15 to 30 hours. But for this type of scent, I really don't mind that it's a shorter performer. I don't need it to carry me through a whole day because it is such a bright kind of key lime scent. So I definitely think I will continue to purchase it, but it's not going to stay in my club. Now, a bar that I have some regrets about not keeping in my club is the Mandalorian. I kind of had my heart set on the fact that they would maybe bring this bar back in May with May the 4th be with you kind of celebrations, and that didn't happen this past year. It's so versatile as a bar because I can melt this and have a wonderful vibe like throughout the day and night in my bedroom, my open concept living, my office, my kitchen, a bathroom. I get great performance out of it. It's silver mint, bergamot, eucalyptus, orange zest, and I think geranium is the flower, but the floral note is not heavy or cloying. It just adds a little bit of uniqueness, and I love it. I'm very happy that I've been able to melt a lot of bars that I love this week, and one of those is blue agave and melon. This really does kind of like welcome the season of spring and summer to me. This is a beautiful honeydew melon that has kiwi in it along with the blue agave, and I believe it's like Desert Oasis or Oasis Lush. I'll put the scent notes so that you can see what they are, but it really is just a summer vibe. You can see here this bar is from 424, so I am trying to work through my stockpile because I did put this bar into my club and I really had expected it to come back, but I wanted to have it in my club in case it didn't. And now here we are that it hasn't, and I still have to make my final decision as to whether or not I'm going to keep this in my club long term. I made a pretty specific rule for myself about any bar that I keep in my club moving forward, either my bi-monthly or my quarterly club. I will not allow myself to keep a bar in my club if I have 6 bars in my stockpile. So if there are 6 bars that I have already on hand and I don't use one of those bars before that club ships, then I'm going to boot that bar no matter what. And right now, I'm just still not 100% convinced, even if I don't have 6, that I'm going to want to carry blue agave and melon long term. It's just been such a staple for me for so long, but I do tend to prefer fall and winter scents, although I'm finding myself leaning to more spring and summer scents these days. Have you guys found yourself switching scent families lately? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching.